Today to you, I'm going to take you through a quick tour of the Enagic Australia site so that you can look at how to order any products for your K8 or your machines or your shower systems and things like that. Now, you can either choose to use your distributor login ID if you do, or if you just doesn't really make much difference, you can just order as a consumer as well. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen and show you the Enagic Australia site. This is Australia and New Zealand as well. So this is what it looks like. So at the top on here, we're looking at the products. You can't order machines on this site anymore. You used to be able to. But what we're going to do is open up the store across the top. It says if you have an Enagic distributor ID, that's yes. So if you want to, you can go through that way as well. I'm just going to open that to show you how that works. It's going to make me log in through the Enagic web systems first. So this is the Enagic web systems, and then it's going to make me come back through there. So this would be if I'm going to continually purchase products in here, self-purchase, and we come through there. These are all my different IDs that I have. This is my primary one. So take me back in through to the Enagic Australia store. So this is if I want to record my sales, because I do buy quite a considerable amount of product, and then I can come in through the supplies. Or I'm just going to reopen it again, and I'm going to show you a different way if you're just purchasing as a consumer, because you're going to find people who want to as well, just buy as a consumer. So you say no, put the location in, and it's just going to redirect you back to the Enagic Australia site for you to just do a direct order. So we're looking at supplies and accessories, doesn't open up the water ionizers. So for cleaning and maintenance, we can open that and it will bring up those things. Now, we don't normally tell Enagic that we're using a different product, but this is the cleaning sachets to clean your machine. Ideally, you want to shut your machine down and do an e-clean on it every 2 weeks to get the best use out of your machine. So to follow the e-cleaning instructions. Now, a little packet of these is extremely expensive. This is just food grade citric acid. So in your K8, it requires 2 sachets, which is 30 grams each. So that's 60 grams. You're better off just grabbing your cleaning tank, which is this one here, pop it on a set of scales, go to the health food shop or buy it online, just food grade citric acid, and measure out 60 grams and then put the required amount of water in it that it says per instructions. So just remember, you do need to pop your little plug in and you need to use the red cap. So make sure you don't throw your red caps away. If you do lose them, order a couple and keep them there because you need to put it on your machine to stop the water coming out when you're doing your e-clean. If you run out of pH tester, there's some in there as well. And these other ones in here are used for the different types of machines. So in your kit, you have an e-clean packet in there. So I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of other things in case you don't know where it is and what it is. This is the electrolysis enhancer that makes the 2.5. What you do is you basically fill one of those up in the little red labeled container that's in the bottom of your machine in the K8. If you've got an SD501, it goes down on the side of the machine. It should take a whole bottle of it, and you're only using that to make your 2.5. Nothing else. There is no other water that uses the salt solution in your machine. It is easier to buy a 6-pack and keep it, particularly when you're always going to pay a minimum of $25 shipping fee because it goes by courier. So make sure you're better off just stocking up those and keeping those. They don't go off. It's just very high charge. It's just really strong salt water. Right, so I'm just going to go back up to the supplies again. Have a look at pre-filtration. Now, they do sell pre-filtration systems, but they are very expensive and they actually don't last long. So we recommend to go to your local pre-filtration store to buy a pre-filter, or you can go to Bunnings, or in Australia, they use other different types of ones here, and they're basically a water softener. So some of these do different things, like one may take fluoride out of it. To take fluoride out of your water, you normally need 1 full canister, particular filter system to do that. Or we put you onto Purifiers Australia here in Adelaide, where they sell a product called a seagull. So I'm just going to open that up so you can see it. So Purifiers Australia. This is what I have. I went and met Carmen down there and learnt a lot about their products. They sell quite a few. They do just the normal standard little things, but I'm going to show you their Seagull Sparkle. So Seagull Sparkle is the full household one. So they do everything for home use as well as individual sizes. So it's just gone up a little bit. This is the one I have at home. So it does come with a beautiful tap. And all you do with the hose on your K8 is you just push it over the top of the tap here. So it doesn't interfere with the rest of your thing. So it's great for a caravan. This will do rain and bore water at a house level, just straight on a K8 as well. These are the bigger ones that actually do your whole house. So if you want to do the entire house, that's where it's really good to look at. Let's go back to the Enagic store, looking at the supplies, replacement filters. So they do come on sale twice a year to look at your K8 filter. Now, this particular filter here now does all the machines, the K8 and any of the others. So they especially designed and fitted to all of them. This is your shower filter that's underneath here that is replaced once a year. Even if your K8 filter says that it might go longer than a year, I still recommend to replace it at 11 or 12 months anyway. You should have put a date time sticker on the top of your K8 filter to show when you put it in there. Don't let it go over a year because you can really taste the difference in the quality of the water. Just replace it every 12 months. And if you're doing it as a business on the side, it's also great tax deduction as well. With the Enaspert, it has two different cartridges. So the ceramic cartridge filter in here gets replaced every 2 years. You can, it depends on how much you're using it. You may get 3 years out of it. But this cartridge on here is the one that takes the chlorine out of the water, and you would need to change that every year. But we felt it a couple of weeks back when we changed the other one. I noticed that the shower my skin was feeling really hard to lather up soap, and it was feeling sticky in the shower. I almost really noticed it overnight. So as soon as we changed it, we could feel the difference in the water. Now, these do come on sale a couple of times a year now. So you notice that they're larger bulk quantities. These are people like myself who will actually store them and sell them for people, locally as well. All right, so that's there. Marketing materials. If you want to buy brochures and things like that, you can buy brochures for the K8. That's this one here, $3.30 each. We also manufacture, have our own. We've actually downloaded a really beautiful 4-page brochure from Enagic, and we've just had Vistaprint print them. So if you want to use our brochures, let us know. We can order them through Vistaprint and have your name and everything else put on it. So there's some details on the shower and then the water bottles. So if you want to brand yourself and, promote what you drink, this is really good. I just recently bought a couple of these bags when I was up in Brisbane. I filled one bag up to take with us for the next day while we're traveling. And that way we were able to refill our water bottles up at the airport. I did take the K8 with me on the plane. I just took it, wrapped it up in a rubbish bag inside a Coles carry bag and carried it with me. So very easy to travel with your K8 when you want to take it with you. For the 11.5, if you want to store it, there's a really good little black bottle. You can get a couple of those because the 11.5 and the 2.5 really need to be stored out of direct light because the electronic charge, it does break down quicker. But if you store it in the black containers, the dark containers, these ones here, they will last longer as well. So there's just a few containers on there. This is a really good one. It's really strong. They've just changed all the bottles over recently. It's very strong and sturdy because their previous ones were breaking. The 650 ml, these fit in the car really nice. I prefer to use the liter bottle. Fits in the car nice and easy because they're a good size. So that is the Enagic Australia store on there of what you can order it. So when you fill out your shopping cart, you go to send it, and usually allow a week or two for it to come. They're a little bit slow in the warehouse on actually doing the orders, and then it comes out via snail mail. So it does take a few extra days to get here. So hopefully that was simple and easy for you to follow. If you find it difficult, just give me a ring. We can do the order for you. I can process it with your credit card and have it shipped straight out to you. So whatever's easier for you, just let me know, and we'll have it on your way. Thanks for watching.